Good afternoon, friends. Stephen Benoon here with Israeli News Live, and it's pretty late here right now, but I wanted to just give you guys a quick update there. Jan and I will be doing the video that we had been talking about doing here for the last 2 days there tomorrow morning. So we'll have that update out for you. It'll be pretty much in depth and more detailed than what I'm sharing with you now, but for those of you that I told you about the Patreon video that I did for Patreon, I have done two different videos there. And I did two because I wanted to go deeper into this subject. Um, and I have a, a tier on our Patreon where you can go into the deeper, the more biblical side of this dream that I had. But before I share some of these things here that are kind of troubling here for me here, what I was dealing with was memory manipulation in this dream there. It was literally a New World Order agenda. It was a project designed where they caught the people off guard. I go into that in Patreon. One I have for the general public in Patreon that can view that version there. And then a much more extensive version. I look at some of the biblical ramifications that I see happening as well that I wanted to share. Let me give you a little clip here. This is another video I just run across here after having this dream because it's just really it's disturbed me so greatly. I am looking anywhere and everywhere for evidence that would either prove or disprove what I saw in this dream. This is another example of what I saw in this dream that only proves that it's true. Listen to this little clip here, little section up.
Activate the cells that held on to that safe memory. So one of the ways that we've known that we've switched to memories is that the animal no longer behaviorally looks like it's scared. And then that at least opened up the floodgates to this idea that we can artificially manipulate memories in general. We might be able to one day perform some kind of surgery or some kind of intervention in the brain to enhance memories that we don't want to be lost as a result of Alzheimer's. Or suppress memories, let's say that we don't want to be there in cases of PTSD. Or suppress emotions, for instance, in certain cases of anxiety.
It's very terrifying to hear this. This is an old video here, I believe from 2013, and they're talking about memories, things like that. Well, that's exactly what I'd seen. There's another video that I found also, even since I've done the release that I did, and in that video there, they talk about being able to basically delete parts of your memory. I think it's in this little listen in.
What if artificial intelligence could secretly rewrite your past without you ever knowing? Scientists are now testing artificial intelligence-powered brain implants that can edit memories. Real thoughts, changed like a Google Doc. Agencies like DARPA and others around the globe are investing billions in memory manipulation technology. Meanwhile, I forget my ATM personal identification number, and they are out there reprogramming minds like Netflix playlists. This technology could delete trauma, but also force false confessions, rewrite history, or control voters.
Imagine what happens though when they separate families, they rewrite your memories in your brain and give you a new family. For what reason? Check it out on patreon.com/Israeli News Live. I'll put a link in the description here below. Another thing that's very concerning to me is that there is a bill right now in the Senate. Lawmakers have introduced a bill, the Bunkerbuster Act, which would authorize President Trump to transfer B-2 bombers and GBU 57 bunkerbuster bombs to Israel if Iran resumes nuclear weapons development. I don't think they even care about that. They just want to give these things to Israel. Israel's already got the reputation of leveling countries. Yeah, they may be a small nation and there may be a lot of neighbors that do not like them. Well, they kind of brought that upon themselves from the very beginning of the 1948 war and what they did to the Palestinians in the region. Instead of bringing the Palestinians in as brothers, which they have more DNA of Jewish or Israelite ancestry than the Jews of Europe do. But instead, they went in there and annihilated these people and just slaughtered them. Well, of course, all their neighbors hated them at that point. You cannot come from a Holocaust where you've been treated so illy and then turn around and treat everybody else the way that you were treated and expect something good to come out of it. It just does not work that way. So, but anyway, I am going to be going more and more into this as the days go by here. I'm doing kind of a marathon week on Patreon, uh, but I'm not doing it necessarily every single day. But I really want to go into, and some of these things that I keep running across, I'm really wanting to dive even deeper and biblically so as well. If you go to I have a part of the name of that video there, or excuse me, that tier on Patreon has the word deep dive in there, deep dive into truth or something like that. Um, that video there really looks at some things there that I find very shocking, but I'm wanting to go deeper and deeper and deeper. I remember years ago when I was first bringing out some of these things here that I shared with you, even here on YouTube there, and I was sharing some of the intel insights that I was told about. I was actually called one day and told, don't get into the mind manipulation technology. They don't like it when you expose what's going on there. Uh, and yet there are those whistleblowers that are coming out, including former DARPA people, CIA people, etc., that are exposing those technologies. I even was exposing the skull to brain technology back years ago. But now that I'm seeing what happened in this dream, it is absolutely alarming. And that's, I don't even know if I were to say if that's to say the least or not, but very, very troubling. Um, one thing, too, I thought I'd share with you here. I know there's a lot of concern that China is building up. China will be the new military superpower of the world. Our nation is doomed to go down. China is going to replace us. But the same people that control the United States military control the Chinese military as well. So, although they may make these videos that it looks like the Chinese are going to back Iran, well, at the end of the day, they're still having their strings pulled on their puppeteers as well. And they will be manipulated to do exactly what they desire to do. Um, there is a video, and I don't know if I have it on here or not. I wanted to share with you. Me and my wife both have listened to for some time, and she does a lot of memes, I guess you would call it. One of the ones that she just did recently here, I thought was very interesting, and I figured I would share a little clip of this with you guys because I think it'd do you good. It's kind of funny, but there's so much truth in it. It's Nicole Jeans Entertainment.
As a US politician,
Channel is called there. So I'll put this in the description for you so you can follow her if you so like to do so. But in closing here, a little clip of what she does here. Speaking of what she does here, did I even start the video? Yeah, we do have to, it looks like the video camera did stop, but at least the audio is still going. That's all right. We'll keep it going like that there. So let me play this clip here.
of course, we are standing with our greatest ally. Truth serum. I've been selling out the country for decades. It's not MAGA. It's MEGA. Make Israel great again. There it is. So, why do you support Israel? Money, money, money. I don't want to be called Hitler's nephew in New York Times if I don't. Also, IPAC writes all my speeches. And I voted against clean water in Michigan, but I tripled the funding for the Iron Donut. Dome. They gave me tickets for the Super Bowl. Keep going, Judas. We don't even write our foreign policy anymore. It comes pre-printed. Made in Tel Aviv. Let's go. Let's go. Boom. My job interview for the Congress was actually an audition for the Knesset. I love Israel more. No, I love Israel more. I will sign bonds for you. What about Epstein list? Look. All I'm saying, you don't end up in so many pictures by coincidence. And suddenly, you don't like to vote no for wars. Makes you nervous. So many cameras and private islands. So, Iran bombing Israel. How do you feel about that? Iran discovered the cure to cancer.
I'll just leave the link for you so you can see the rest for yourself and everything. She does a lot of memes on there and does very interesting exposing a lot of the lies that we know that go on in the world today. I'm Stephen Benoon. You're watching Israeli News Live.